And greetings, fellow Maschine users. Fontaine here, back with the latest pinnacle of knowledge from Native Instruments. I'm on the Maschine 2.7 update, a long-awaited update for a lot of NI users. So I think in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to keep it simple. I'm just going to stick to showing you guys some of the audio tracks and some of the real-time pitch shifting, which is probably one of the most requested features that a lot of people have been using. All right, so be patient with me in the video. I got to get some things set up first so that we can do some other things later on in the video. So let's go ahead and make a quick drum loop right quick, and then we're going to slice and chop up some audio. So let's get into it. So again, be patient with me. We just got to get some things set up right quick. So what I want to do is I'll make a quick 4-bar loop, and that's just me slicing up some samples right quick. So let's go ahead and make a quick 4-bar loop, because you know how I do it. I'm going to do it live on the camera. Like, none of this is rehearsed. We're unscripted. You know, that's one thing about me. I gave it to you raw. I'm going to give you the real story behind the software update. I'm going to give you my true feelings about it. So again, all unrehearsed, you know, and that's the key thing here. And this is all on the seat of my pants, and I'm doing everything live. I'm creating tracks and everything right now in front of you guys. Let's keep this moving. Quick loop, and let me test it with the drums I just put on there. Alright, you know how it goes. Beat making is a process. Alright, so what I'm gonna do in this quick audio loop that I just made right here, I'm gonna bounce it to this right quick, and I hope the mic's picking me up. Another thing too, we're getting some construction done in the lab. So if you hear any drills or saws or anything crazy going in the background, I know the guys might be on break right now, so we might be in luck. I apologize if, you know, we get any background audio of, you know, some crazy sounds. So let's go ahead and export this. Make sure that, no, I didn't put that on the desktop. Let's put it on the desktop right quick. All right, let's go to Group D, and let's go ahead and import that audio file right quick. Here it is right here. All right, so there we go, a custom-made audio loop. All right, so some of the benefits of the new 2.7 software is that we can go ahead and now we can pitch shift in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit the sampling screen here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into an audio track. Now, as you can see right there, there's no MIDI file on there. We don't need it. What happens is you can go to the 4-directional encoder here. Okay, here is the sampler. Under the voice settings, we have the polyphony set to 1. Why? I want the audio to actually choke itself off. So what we can do is we can just hit the encoder like so. You notice how on the right hand screen we have a new option here, which is called audio. All right, so we'll go ahead and select audio. And what we'll do from this point is we'll add the audio file like this. As you can see, the audio file now appears. Now, one thing you're going to notice is when you click on your pad like this, you're going to be wondering, okay, why is it not playing? You're going to be like, it doesn't make any sense. Well, what they did was they actually simplified the process to make the audio tracks actually conform to the beats per minute in your session. So what you have to do is you have to have the audio actually playing. So, hey, I'm not complaining. I think that's a great feature. When I can sit back and relax and the work's done, hey, just hit the restart button here. All right, and let me just pause that for a second because I forgot I did have group A on, which was the original. So now let's just get what we just did here. Again, just hit the start button. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get into another workflow technique that might be beneficial to some to help their workflow with the new 2.7 software. Again, here's the new audio that we just dragged and dropped. We're just going to pretend like this is what we did originally. And again, under the sampler, we're going to click the 4-directional encoder, and we're going to again convert this into an audio track as I've done here. So now when we go under sampling here, you notice that you don't see it anymore. Why? Because it's now converted to audio track. You have playback modes such as loop and gate. Now, gate is going to come in handy when you're under loop and you're pushing the button and you're like, hey, why is it not playing? Again, we got to put it on gate. As you see, when I hold down the button, the audio comes in. You'll also notice how it's grayed out in the software. So again, you have to have this button, you have to hold it. And I want to hear it with the beat I just made, of course, because I worked hard to make that little beat right there. So. This gives you the ability to actually audition and hear how things sound before you actually commit to having your source tempo and length set to whatever configuration that you want to set it. And just for quick information in case someone is watching, if you want to know how to get your audio set up in Maschine, I'm using my other sound card right now. You can select settings. You notice how we now have audio, MIDI, and hardware, and I think that's kind of dope because a lot of people were wondering how to get the headphones and stuff like that set up. So what you can do is you can go into hardware like this, and as you can see right here, we have pad sensitivity, scaling, your LEDs. You can control the brightness, line out, touch sensitive knobs. And of course, you had the headphone 3 and 4, left and right 1 and 2. So I think that makes life easy getting things set up. I don't have any MIDI hooked up right now, so this is just basically running off the input and output of my Focusrite sound card. And of course, the audio settings is here if you want to get your sample rate set up. I'm using 96,000. All right, so let's get back into actually checking on the audio, because I know some are going to say, well, what about the artifacts? How's the audio engine running? And the audio engine is running relatively well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some examples using the tune, and let's pitch it. Let's pitch it up, let's pitch it down, and let's really give this a good stress test and check out some of the sound quality on this. stressing it. I pushed it up to 10 octaves. Now that's going extremely quick. But if you notice, the actual duration is playing smoothly from the first bar to the last bar, playing in its entirety. And this is something I was stressing in previous videos with Contact 5. I was using the Time Machine Pro, which basically does the same thing. However, you can play it in real time without having to hit the play button. But hey, I'm not complaining at all. This is awesome. I'm going to stress test it. This time we're going to do a negative effect. Let's go and drop it down a couple of octaves here, and let's really test it out. I'm going to drop it down to, let's start something kind of mellow, like -3. I'm going to really stress it now. I'm going to drop it down to -11. Wow. So from that point, you can figure out, you know, you're basically demoing it and you figure out, hey, I want to commit to it. I kind of liked it just, you know, at its regular normal octave. And from that point, you can leave from actually playing it and actually commit it and, you know, leave it to where it needs to be. So yeah, I mean, I'll put it back on loop mode. You see that the audio now highlights back to its normal original tempo. And keep in mind, this is pretty much it. I think I'm going to hold it up right here. You know, I don't really want to go too far in depth in some of the other features because basically I think that's pretty much straightforward when it comes to getting your audio loop, creating audio files. As you can see right here, again, this was all done in real time, creating some custom audio stems and getting in there. And I think what I'll do is I'll drag it on here one more time. I'm going to reset this just one more time. Let me reset this right quick. All right, and this is just for demonstrational purposes in case someone doesn't understand the significance of that, because what happens is it's making it conform to the beats per minute in your session. For example, here is this audio file here. The difference in that is going to be, okay, if I put it on here and I try to loop it like this, as I was doing before, and let's tune it up to, let's slow it down to say -4. It's going to play off time now because the tune is down. Now you hear right there, the beat is on time while that's way off. You notice that? And let me mute the beat here. And what I'm doing is speed this up to say +7. And you'll see that it's going to be ending rate way too quick before it actually loops. And right there, we have dead air because it didn't conform to the track. All right, so I hope that helps you understand that. If you have any questions or concerns, be sure to hit me up and be sure to visit us at www.vipsoundlab.com if you want free machine tutorials on Native Instruments Maschine and how to learn the MK3. We have some new MK3 tutorials that are up and live and ready for you guys to download and enjoy. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. The new Maschine 2.7, a long-awaited update. A lot of users I know have wanted it, and I know I'm loving it. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.